You're probably like me, and you like to do things quickly when you're involved in a task. And sometimes we like to take shortcuts. And whether we're driving or we're repairing something, no matter what we're doing, sometimes those shortcuts, well, sometimes they're great, but sometimes shortcuts turn out to be very long cuts. In fact, they turn out to be disasters. Maybe you've been given directions by somebody about how to take a shortcut to get to a particular place you're going, and you ended up getting there a lot longer than it would have taken you if you'd gone the long way. And yet, we're going to see in the book of Ecclesiastes in chapter 7, verses 7 and 8, where Solomon deals with this attitude that we sometimes have when we want to take a shortcut, because sometimes it's convenience and it's perfectly fine. There's nothing sinful about that. But sometimes it's because we have a lack of patience, and it's because we don't want to do things the right way and we just want to rush through things. And sometimes it's because of all the stress and the pressure that we feel. In fact, in Ecclesiastes chapter 7, if you look at verse 7, he says, "Surely oppression destroys a wise man's reason." And that's kind of where all this is going to start in the rest of this verse and the next one, that because of problems or issues that are going on, we begin to refuse to think clearly, or at least we're unable to think very clearly. After that, he says, a bribe debases or destroys the heart. I guess in the political world, and maybe many other worlds as well, one of the quickest way to get things done is by a bribe, and that will be the ultimate shortcut. And yet, that's not the right thing to do. It's not the right way to go about matters that we face and that we have to deal with. He goes on to say the end of a thing is better than its beginning, especially as we think about the spiritual context of the end of a thing that's godly and that's done in a godly way can even be better than its beginning. He goes on finally to remind us the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. It's a lot about patience. We want to take those shortcuts. We want to do things that are convenient. That's fine sometimes, but sometimes we want to compromise what's really the truth. Sometimes we want to compromise what's really right. We take a bribe. We do things that are shortcuts. We do things that are what we call a matter of convenience, yet really they're matters of compromise. And they really hit at our integrity. We must be patient, have godly patience to realize that if we will wait something out, we'll do it the right way, we'll do it God's way, then the end of that thing will be better than the beginning.